Already, we can take MRI scans, EEG scans of the brain, decipher them using computers, shoot that information to another person. This is called radio-enhanced telepathy. Objects that vibrate in phase, when you separate them, are also coherent. There's an umbilical cord that emerges between two objects. That's called quantum entanglement. However, we consist of trillions upon trillions of atoms. So to get two minds to vibrate in unison like that, would imagine trying to entangle two minds together. So it sounds like a neat idea, putting quantum entanglement with telepathy. But hey, let's be real. There's an easier way to do it. That's using computers and radio.
Why I had a strong feeling to go to this place. And when I arrived in the volcano, I said, why am I there? I have a lot of work to do in my office. And then I saw this flashing light in the sky, very strong. And slowly appeared something like a bell made of very shining silver metal, slowly coming down without any noise. And I saw a small man coming outside. First thing I was watching was a hand. Is there a gun? Nothing, empty. And then he was walking toward me, and the face was so full of love, so peaceful, and like I felt love. And that was the beginning of the story.
Something allegedly touched down outside Ruwa, Zimbabwe.
This object landed with the 3 or 4 things beside it, and then a door opened. And this little man got out, he had on a black suit. Why would 62 children lie?
Fungi, what do you imagine is his reason for visiting Earth?
I think it's about something that's going to happen.
Something's going to happen?
What I thought was maybe the world's going to end. Maybe they're telling us the world's going to end. I think they want people to know that we're actually making harm on this world and we mustn't get too technologized.
How did that get communicated to you?
I don't really know, but it just popped up in my head.
Pollution?
He never said anything. It's just that the face is the eyes.
Is it a mass telepathy?
The children maintain a belief in what they saw and felt.
If someone were to say, well, you know, you just have a lively imagination and you made this up, what would you say?
I haven't been influenced by any of my friends. I have seen what I've seen.
Yeah, something like that. I couldn't see the eyes or the nose or the mouth. It was just blank, like a piece of paper. It was looked like a round shape, looked like a plate, like 2 plates that was looked like on top of each other. Then there was looked like the hole, the hatch for it, and there was looked like in between 2 trees. You couldn't see that clearly, and it was just silver all over. And I didn't see any men or something like that.
You saw one UFO that's surrounded by little ones?
Yeah, one big one. One little one around.
Yeah, let me see your drawing. One big
One big ship and then small ones surrounding it with they were lights.
Yeah.
Surrounding the ship.
Like Sholmes, huh? This is Sholmes' drawing. Yeah. Okay, one landed, the big one landed, and the 2 aliens came out.
Yes.
And what happened with the little ones?
The little ones, they were just floating around in the air. They didn't touch the ground.
And these made the silver light?
Yeah, they were like different color lights. Like green, red, blue, then they go to blue, and then purple and red. But it was like it was going like each one, but quickly. Yeah, like you go, like they'll go there and then it'll vanish, and then they'll go there and vanish, and then vanish. So going quickly. I wasn't scared a bit.
No, not at all.
Nothing. It was all fun. Yeah. Don't see what they were trying to tell us. They'll probably come back and trying to tell us again. Yeah.
Why do you all think these aliens came, especially here in Aruba? Have you any idea? Yeah.
I think they can, to examine what it looks like. Because even though you can see it from probably where they are, but they want to come take a closer look how the grass grows, how the trees grow and stuff like that. Yeah. I think aliens came because they're curious like us, and well, they want to learn about us and we want to learn about them. Some people think that people are saying that the aliens came to warn us and something's going to happen, that something bad is going to happen to the earth. I think they came here to try and warn us that the children, because we're young, we've got a long time till we die, to warn us that when we're older, there's something going to happen to the earth. Yeah, not to pollute. Because we're young, we can still prevent it. Yeah.
Do you still have all that feeling that as a child you can do a lot?
A lot of them saw the figures.
Virtually in line with our overhead electric cable.
Okay. Yes, you see, because, investigators, how right? If we go along, just say what your name is and what you saw.
Nathaniel Hoxall.
What did you see?
There was some like ship landed on the ground.
Why do you say ship? Did it have a shape?
Yes.
Like what?
It had a long top and it was flat like that around the sides.
What was around the side?
Just sort of like a platform coming around the side.
Did you see anything else?
Yes, we saw a black man running around.
A little man or what?
From where we looked, he was about this small, but we were quite way away. So he was about our size.
Could you see his face?
No.
What is your name?
My name's Luke now, and I didn't see the spaceship, but I saw the little black guy. He was all black, and it looked like he had long hair.
Could you see his face?
No.
Just in the black, what was he wearing?
It just looked like he had long hair, and he was all black.
But he wasn't naked?
No.
What did he have on?
No, that's all you could see. It looked more like our hair. It wasn't curly. That thing almost looked like a hippie.
Like a hippie? See?
Yes.
What is your name?
Charity Shanda.
What did you see?
I saw something silver on the ground amongst the trees and a person in black, and that's all I saw.
You saw a person alongside the silver thing?
Yes.
What did the silver thing look like?
It looked like a saucer, but the shape wasn't really round.
Have you heard about UFOs before this?
No.
You didn't know anything about it, so it was something quite new to you?
Yes.
Were you afraid?
Yes.
What did you do? Did you run to fetch the teachers, or you just stayed with the other children?
I stayed with the other children.
Your drawing was particularly interesting. They have asked me about it. You saw in your drawing, you've got not only the main object there, but you've got several others. Now, did you see these coming down, or did you see them in the sky?
I saw them disappear. They went 1 meter up from the ground and then they just disappeared.
They went 1 meter up and they disappeared. And you saw this creature?
Yes, he was very, very shiny black.
Shiny black?
Shiny black.
Suit?
Kind of suit.
Would you say it was like an ordinary suit? Was it like what Mr. Mackey's wearing?
No.
What would you call the type of clothing?
I'm not sure, but he was really...
Have you ever seen the divers going to the sea?
Oh yes, like that.
Was it like that, or was it like an overall? Or a tight-fitting suit?
It was tight-fitting.
It was tight-fitting, and it was shiny.
Yes.
Could you see his face?
Well, I only saw a glimpse of it.
And you don't remember any individual features?
Well, I only remember that his eyes were quite big.
Eyes were big. And were you afraid?
I was a little afraid.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. I just thought it was some kind of alien from a different planet.
So you knew about UFOs?
Yes.
You watched on television?
Yes.
Do you think that influenced you? Or you weren't thinking about it?
I was thinking about it.
Okay. Thanks, Emma.
And Lisa, was that on? Lisa was a little bit...
Today. And Miss Lisa Phillip. And what did you see?
Well, I saw a silver thing. It was shaped. It was like lying down like this on the side, and I saw a black man. He was dressed in black, and he had big eyes.
Show me with your hand how big the eyes
They
were.
were shaped like something like that.
What did you think it was?
Well, I thought twice. I thought it was an alien, and then I thought maybe it was a gardener or someone.
Oh, you first thought it was an alien, and then you thought it was the gardener. Oh, well, I'd like to look at the gardener. Thank you very much. Right, yes.
We're basically projecting our own consciousness in aliens. Our fears, our desires are projected, and they are a mirror of who we are, not a mirror of who they really are. For example, if you take a look at a bat or a dog, so a cat sees the universe totally different than we do, and yet we impose our thinking on an alien. Now, on the question of intelligence, if these aliens are more intelligent than us, how would they be more intelligent? In the book, I say that one of the main ingredients of intelligence is to predict the future. The ability to simulate today so we see tomorrow. And that requires a high level of intelligence to be able to understand the laws of nature, the laws of people, what is the most likely outcome of a future event. That requires intelligence. If they are more intelligent than us, they will see the future much better than us. They will see outcomes that we cannot foresee. They will simulate scenarios that we cannot even dream of. They can outwit us every time.
What I thought was maybe the world's going to end. Maybe they're telling us the world's going to end.
Why do you think they might want us to be scared?
Because maybe because we don't look after the planet, the area properly.
Mm-hmm. And Melanie, is this an idea that you have had before, that we don't look after the planet properly in the air, or did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
When I had this experience.
Mm-hmm. And how did that idea come to you from this experience? This is a little hard, but try to be with me here, okay? How did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
I just felt all horrible inside.
You felt horrible. At what point did you feel that? When you saw the craft, or when you got home at night? Or
when I got home.
You had that horrible feeling when you got home?
Yes.
And say more about that horrible feeling, Lisa. What was it like?
It was like in the world, all the trees will just go down and there will be no air and people will be dying.
Mm-hmm. And those thoughts came to you, had you had those thoughts before this experience?
No.
No. And how did those thoughts come to you? Did they come to you from the craft or from...
From the man.
The man. And the man, did the man say those things to you? How did he get that across to you?
Well, he never said anything. It's just that the face is the eyes.
What was the sense you got from those eyes?
He was interested.